In this video, we're going to speak about importance of drawing. Since the iPads came out, nobody's been really drawing. Everybody heavily relies on these devices. Funny enough, yesterday, Joe's little pen fell on the ground. This tip fell off, as in he broke. That's it. If the tip is broken, you can't draw. If you can't draw, you're not ready for your client. So the drawing and drawing tools are super important. If you've never been here before, I'm Ziggy. I'm a studio owner in UK. And I've been tutoring for about 13 years now. Me personally, I do about 7 different styles fluently. Obviously, you get all the in-between styles. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a design for my clients and I'm gonna speak to you. So what you should do is get paper, get an iPad out, press a pause, go get some tools, do some drawing and listen, okay? So what I'm gonna draw is, I was tutoring this lady today on the wrist. And then she mentioned that she wants some tattoos for the future, but she's not sure. And this is where your sales comes in. I said to her, you know what? I said, let me take a photo of your area and then just airdrop me the photos. I just put them on. So I can see, you can see how it looks. It's kind of like in marketing, they give you try the item, they give you in your hands. So when you hold it, it's no more, would you like to buy it? It's which card you want to use to pay. Because you already hold it. It's already yours and you want to have it. You can't just let it go back and then pretend that never happened. So what I do is I took a photo of her arm. I asked her to send me a design. She did, and I said, in the next few days, I'll get back to you. So this is the moment we get back to her. Well, we designed for her. And as I'm doing this, let's speak about the art. So imagine you are actually tattooing. What are you tattooing? Piece of art. Let's say if you take away the tool in your hand and if you strip all away, what's left is art. So art is the basic. It's all where it all starts. If you can't draw, you're gonna struggle tattooing. Like, you will, guaranteed. I've seen a lot of people where they just start tattooing and they think, you know what, I'm gonna learn how to tattoo and draw at the same time. It's kind of like running a marathon and learning how to run at the same time. You can guess that person will not gonna get far. That kind of happens in this business as well. But saying that is our competition, or the industry is saturated with these people. Well, these people can't draw. Like, you can't really call that competition. As in the people who run a marathon, the people can't run. Well, what competition is that? It's not. Or if people can't swim and they think they're gonna swim across the lake and they will learn how to swim at the same time. You're guaranteed, you know, they're not gonna get far. They'll drown. And guess what happens in this industry with them? They drown. So drawing is a must-have, okay? All that being said, I remember myself when I received my first tattoo, the guy was physically drawing on me, like pulling lines on me. And I was really amazed how you can just pull line on me and it's there. And I was like, no way. If I could draw on people and I could get paid, that'd be amazing. So you will transfer the lining, the shadows, the contrast, the composition, the way you construct the design, so it fits the body, the flow, the architecture. You have to like watch where and how and what gets there and what you can see and can't see, like body perspectives and shapes. You do learn all that, but you do transfer all the art knowledge into tattoo knowledge. So which means you have to have art knowledge so you can transfer. You can't just not have it and then not have it. So which means you also need to understand the body. Like now, this very moment, I don't know if you can see on the screen, but I put this design on her body. It was a design that she found online and she said she loves a lot and she wants something similar. And I said, cool. You will see that a lot of people will these days gonna find images and they're gonna send it to you, give it to you, or propose to you, and then your job is almost to like grab it, alter it, make it better, make it cooler, and then put it on them. But when it's 21st century, they will basically generate their own images. At some point, they will not gonna need humans to design them. The only way to really live throughout that season is if you actually have a pure skill and your own style that cannot be replicated by AI. Realism, photography style, those people are going to be busier, but at the same time, the client's not going to ask you to design anything. They're just going to make it. And then all the AI is built on realism. So those people are gonna make loads of money. Those people are gonna be requested a lot. But when it comes to artsy stuff, you'll have to be able to draw really good or do realism really good and nothing in between. And then in between, people are gonna die out. You'll see. That's just gonna happen. Which means you need to be able to design. You need to be able to create. You can't be just given something and then you can't say, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You should have the skill to take, alter it, and enhance it. Like make it better, cooler, wow, more. So like now when I'm doing this, I'm thinking, I don't want to give that to her. I'm thinking, how can I make this one-off sessions? Like whenever she saw the photo, she thought, wow, I like it. Now I need to make that photo look kind of cool. But the when I send it to her, that's where she needs to say, wow, I like it. The more you're gonna draw, the faster you'll be able to draw. So when a person comes in, for example, I've never met you before, for example, let's say, yeah. So let's say if I go to you and we sit down and I was like, you know what, I'm in a consultation. I have this like big stomach piece idea that is in my head. I want you to give a rough sketch. And I would kind of expect you to be able to rough sketch there and then. At least like the basics, at least like the foundations. And if you come to me and you would say you have these ideas that it's A, B, and C, and D, and all that needs to be together, I could easily just go through and sketch a good design, and you would be sold on that. And I would make sure that you leave sold on that. You would want to, even if you would have no money, I would draw stuff that you would want to have it. You don't want to miss out. You don't want to somebody else have that, and you don't want to lose that, because in a sense, I would say, but stay still. I would take a photo of your leg or your stomach or wherever. I'm like, stay still, and I take a photo and I literally draw on you. And then what happens is, it's what I've done with all the other people. For example, Kai has this elephant on him, yeah, and then he wants stuff around it. So I literally, I told him to send me a photo. He sends me a photo and I put stuff on him. And when you see pieces, designs being on you, you can't imagine now not be. Because now that looks like this and it looks bad and it looks boring. And by once me showing you what it could look like, you want that. And I would do whatever it takes for you to say, I want that, I really want that. And it is the drawing capabilities or the ability to capture idea, to listen to the person, visualize it, compose it, find maybe quickly the necessary references, fast together. Because like people park the cars. People have timers on parkings. They don't have like infinite. They have appointments to go, they have that, and they all think they worried, they panicked that they walked into your place and then they're like, oh my god, he's gonna like, these people are panicking. So you want that consultation to be as flawless as long as necessary, but fast. Like boom, 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 boom. They need to know that you understand what they talk about. They need to know he grabs it, he captured it, he knows what he knows what I want, and then that's what they want. And if I go to somebody and that somebody like, I don't know, well maybe, I need to think about it. I'm like, no, you know what? Forget about it. Like you are not the person I need. I need the person who like boom, 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 boom. He sees, he knows, he can make my ideas bad ideas, and he can make them better. He can enhance them. He can make them wow. You know what? I want that person. And those people will be the ones who will survive the next generation of AI. They will be the people who will survive the next future. Because if you can't draw or if you can't do realism, bye-bye. Like, that's it. This is as far as it goes. And then those people might say, I can do small ones, I can do cute ones. They have expiry dates in about 2 years. So the next 2 years is going to be a cover-up season where everybody will want to get rid of all the cover-ups. So for example, my daughter did that little low heart on me, but small stuff like that will be covered all the time. And guess who's gonna cover them? People who can draw, and people who can visualize, people who can do realism, and people who can do bigger tattoos because you need some black to cover that, because, you know what I mean. From my experience, the most styles I was able to draw, and it sounds weird, but what allowed me was, first I started realism, and then it went from realism into black work, from black work to neo-thread, and then I just transferred the skills. So from realism, I learned the shading, the shadows, the composition, which I then turned into black work, which was more fine line. But then I implemented the shading in there. Then I went into neo-thread, and then all the knowledge that I had, I just implemented it to neo-thread. And the neo-thread became more realistic, more cool. Then I put that into ornamental. And then the more I learned, the easier it was, the complicated designs I did. I never did anything simple and like boring. So whenever I draw, for example, me personally, I will only draw if that takes me around 4 day sessions only. Like, I will never gonna draw anything like for 1 day session, like a single transaction. I'll never gonna draw for like 2 day sessions, because that is still like it's quite boring. I used to think it's cool. Now I think it's pointless. Like, why would you draw only for 2 transactions? Like, 1 transaction, like it just doesn't make any sense. Imagine if you had the car insurance and that would be only for 2 months. Like, the car insurance would just die. And then if you would have, I don't know, a shop and you can only sell twice to people, that's it, your business would die. And then if you would have anything in life, like milk, you only buy twice. Imagine car, you buy twice. As in, like, petrol, you were only allowed to put in twice. You like, nothing in this world would survive. And then so does go with tattoo industry. Like, the people who are still rolling are the people who do 8 day session pieces for at least minimum, which is like sleeve, which is another sleeve, leg sleeves, like 4 and above. It's cool. So I would only draw that. And I would always recommend you to do as well. At least, actually, I had a conversation today with Joe, and I was saying to him how I find it weird when I had to convince people to make money. Like, I find it weird. I feel like that should be like a built-in kind of mechanism into people's heads. But I have to convince people to make money, which is weird. As in, like, imagine if you could draw this one rose, yeah? Imagine that's her and the rose. Well, if we can do one, we can do 4 of them. Like, I know she doesn't want that. As in, like, she doesn't want 4 of them. But you can draw 1 there and 1 there. 2 roses with leaves. You can draw 2 big heads and then 2 small buds around it with leaves. 4 roses. You just basically, you can get a basic tattoo and do 4 of them. Yeah, 4 clocks, 4 wings, 4 peonies, 4 roses, 4 crosses, a church with 4 tops, 4 like 3-headed dragons, 4-headed dragons. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, whatever you do once, do at least twice. Yeah, 2 warriors, 2 people, 2 skeletons, 2 fishes, like anything but 2 heads, 2 masks, mask on half, whatever character in between. So you get like 1 and then 3 and then, like, you know what I mean? Like, you get multiples. But it, like, people at the beginning never do that. They never draw multiple elements together, and I find it super weird, because that is basically how much you would get paid once. You just 3 times that. It's like, you can go for 1 hour bookings, so day session, so day session, so day session, so day session. Like, that easy. And then the same design that you put on the forearm, you can put on the whole thigh. Same design, same lines, it just becomes this big. How do you do that? Well, I got a whole folder for it. You pull out some outlines, which look like this, just drawings of people, so they understand what you're trying to say to the world. So, for instance, you can see the size and complexity for that design. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, you know where that is, you know how big that is. It gets the message across real quick. Let's say if we do 2 peonies, yeah, or we do 2 peonies, that would be easy, full day just to outline, a full day to do shading and black, 2 day sessions. Or the same design could go on a forearm, and it could be just a basic forearm piece, or it can be a massive side piece. Let's say we do this. So you can see it's a skeleton, deaf, he has thorns, he holds a sand clock where it's damaged and moths are coming out. So we got a big character, which is the main character. Then we got his hand. I would say it's almost like an elemental character. Then the sun clock, and then moths, and then this, and then this, and then this. Why would you draw one element? Like, why would you draw one moth? Like, pointless. Like, what even is the reason? Why would you do that? Why would you? Imagine if I just pull eraser now and delete all that, leaving just a moth. Like, that's it. Just a single small moth that goes here. How do you think how long the business would last? Not that long. How long do you think the studio will exist? Not that long. But people do that every single day. They just do one. Imagine if you do like 4 different moths, like smaller one, as in like the baby, bigger one, a proper one, then it gets smaller and smaller, like gets bigger and wider. Makes sense. You can do that. You can do a moth moon, moth sun, moth star. Like multiple elements, multiple the sames. Nobody does that. They just draw one moth. That's it. They just call it a day. It's a miracle if somebody can put 2 flowers on each side and like, wow, amazing. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, I physically don't get why people do that. When I like to draw, I draw at least for 6 day sessions, minimum. So for instance, you can see there, I think it was 4 day sessions there. Why would you draw just one? I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there's a massive tiger on the lady's side. Why would you just draw one little tiger if you can draw that? Like, there's people who want that. There's people who are literally looking for people and praying they're gonna find someone who can actually do a decent tattoo. This was 2 day sessions. On the first day we did hips. The next time we did the stomach, and we did the fine lines and leaves and shading. So imagine you got full A4 one side, we got full A4 drawing on the other side, we got full A4, I think it was A3 actually, the sternum piece, massive like that. Like, why would you draw one small flower like that? Like, it makes no sense. It doesn't. Like, people like her walking around literally desperately wondering, where can I go to get a cool piece? And then there's people who are in studios, they're thinking, man, if I could do those cool pieces, if I could do those tattoos, that would be amazing. That'd be cool. I want those legs to walk in. I want those arms to come in. I want these people to come in. They pray that someone's gonna come in. And then there's people who pray that somebody could draw them, somebody could design them, somebody could just show a book full of massive designs, and they can be like, whoa, 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 I want that. They pray they would run into this person. And there are these people who wonder, man, I wish these people are gonna come in. Like, they wanna. The people walk around, and I mean, I'm one of those people. I want my whole right arm to have a massive badass piece. I don't know anyone in our local area who draws decent designs. Like, the whole city, many studios are there. They just can't fucking draw. And then no one draws anything cool. Not like nothing, wow, amazing, surprising, like badass. No one. Like, they just don't. And it's so frustrating that there's people who want to give people thousands, but they can't find anyone to give. Like, it sounds absurd, but I would say there's more people walking around who want a decent piece than there's the people who want the shitty pieces. But the secret is in drawing skills. Yeah, you need to be able to draw that stuff. You need to be able to draw the big elements. You need to be able to draw what people request you. Trying to look for the perfect composition for her now. And I want her to experience speed. As in, like, if she books in, I want to give her a result. Or she's not even booked in, but I want her to have results in less than 48 hours. As in, like, we had the conversation, and then before you know, there's a design, boom, done, send. And she will say, damn, I've never experienced this before. And that's how you get clients for life, when you give them stuff they never experienced. So, how to get good in drawing? I would recommend to draw every single day, like every day, not every second day, every fourth day, every fifth day, every day. There's people who literally draw every single day and they are crushing. You want to be that person, yeah? You want to be the guy who crushes, or the girl who crushes. But you don't want to be left over. There's literally people who will become the next animals. Because even the people who are like ahead of it now, and you're thinking, oh my god, he's amazing, she's amazing, that's amazing, they get comfortable, and they get like slacky, like in a slacky mode. They don't want to work, they don't want to put effort. They feel like privileged, they feel like they own the world, they feel like people need to come to them all the time, wherever, for whatever reason. And the moment they get sleepy, there's other animals who just surpass them. Because the people that you know now are the boss level, the like amazing ones. They were underdogs, or they were not even born in 2000s, as in like 2001, 2003. That was like a different era with different beasts. And when they got comfortable, these new ones popped out and they just stole the whole internet. And people are like, oh my god, who's it? Before you know, they own the world. But then at some point, they will get slacky and they will step back and they will be lazy. And they will just stop drawing, stop doing art because they think they're privileged. And then the new ones will pop out. And then the seasons just changes all the time. So you want to be on top of the season. You want to be owning the season. Trust me. You like every single person gets so lazy at some point. They all have numbers. You don't know what number they have, or you don't know what number you have. But every artist I've ever met, they all have numbers. And when they get to that number, they're just slacking. And you might be thinking, oh my god, he's crushing, he's lazy. Most of the artists are super lazy. They'll do as less as possible. They don't even make stencils. They try to find some sneaky ways, some stencil apps, so they can run through the stencils, so they don't have to make a stencil. Like, they're so lazy. I mean it. Like, they're super lazy. And it's not like they are saving time for something better. Like, they will do nothing instead. They will not, like, they will just avoid working. I know it sounds impossible, but that's what they do. So what I'm doing now with this design is, she sent me a smaller one. As in, like, it was cool. It was like nice. Now I'm thinking, how can I turn that 1 hour, 2 hours in a day session? Because I don't want her to have a small session. I don't want to have a small session myself. Why would I? And we can, or I would always recommend you to give the coolest version possible. Because then if they say, no, I don't want that, then cool, you do the less cool version, which is cheaper. But then if you don't do the coolest version, they assume what you did was your best. They think like, this is as far as you go. This is all you are capable. She's not gonna be thinking there must be more in him that he's not giving to me. She will just assume, oh, that's all he can design. Yeah, whatever. Like, it is what it is. And you have to draw the peaks, as in, like, give them what they want to the best. And then if they say, you know what, I don't want that cool piece, give me something average, cool, you can downgrade. You can, like, take some elements out. But if you send a bad sketch, they think that is your best. They think that's all you can do. So it's really nicely how you can tell the world you can't draw. Like, it's something, just don't do it, yeah? Like, whenever you have to draw, spend some time, make it cool, make it badass, and that's it. That's how you get. Plus, she has some previous tattoo that I need to get rid of. As in, like, I need to get rid of my tattoo, her future tattoo, because she has the old previous one kind of running through. So, that's one done. She sent me 2 designs. That's one done. I just want to, like, do it, and then we can send it to her, and then we'll see what the boss says. And then we need to do another one as well, send it to her. I'm probably gonna do both and then send both to her at the same time, so she can be debating, she can think about it. Another thing is, your clients will judge about you of the capability you can draw. And let's say you want to do realism, and then I'll book in with you, and you just happen to say that you can't draw, but you can do realism. Do you think I would believe that? Do you think I want to be tattooed by a guy who can't draw? Even though if he does realism, even if that doesn't require to draw, you just have to, like, copy. So I wouldn't call realism artists. They just take and copy. They just look, oh, this is green. They just dip in a green and do green. Like, I understand there are some people who involve art, who like blend and put filigree, and like they create art with realism. Cool, I understand that. But there's lots of people who will just take a wolf, make a stencil, and do exactly that as it is with no changes whatsoever. I wouldn't call them artists. Anyways, long story short, imagine if this person says, "Oh, by the way, I can't really draw." Like, that's not forgivable. Like, you can't say to a person that you can't draw. Yeah, like, you have to. And then people will. So that's why, for that reason, in my room and studio, I have drawings all over the room, and I don't have anything else than my drawings. Just me only. And then people come in, and they're like, "How long you been drawing now? Like, how long you been tattooing?" And I say, "Well, I've been tattooing for like 13 years." And then I just do them all, like whatever you see. And they're like, "Really?" I'm like, yeah, my drawing skills are pretty decent. And they're like, "No way, you drew all that." And they literally like go like this all around the room. And that moment, you earn the authority moment. You earn that they will believe you. You will earn the fact that if you say we need to do this way, they'll listen. We need to do that way, and a little bit smaller. They'll listen because they can see that you can draw, and then your opinion matters. But if you have no evidence, you can actually draw. And if you have no evidence that there's all the stuff around it, like, why would someone listen to you? Like, why would someone listen? And they understand that. Like, if you can't draw, and if there's no evidence that you can draw, they understand that you just kind of just put images next to each other like that and call art. That's like, so what I'm saying with this is, the more you draw, the more authority you own or you hold, and then you are classed as artists. And then people give you more free will or more free range of what to do because they have evidence that whatever you designed previously looks cool. Yeah, they have evidence of you had idea that is there and it looks cool now. And then you had this idea, looks cool, and this style looks cool. So they think, you know what, if I give you my left arm, you're gonna make my arm look cool. There's evidence. And you'll be like, cool, sound. So you're happy, he's happy, and it's only because you acquired the drawing skills, because they have evidence that they can see whatever you touch turn into gold. Makes sense, yeah? Whereas if you have no evidence on your walls that you can draw, or maybe there's one drawing, so there's like a minimal trust in you, then you have to rely on your Instagram saying that, yeah, see, I did these, and I did these, but that's not really you. That's because somebody requested something somewhere and you just did them. Yeah, like, get some drawing skills. And let's say if we think about art, just in general, so I'm gonna put this down so I can really get into this. So imagine if let's say if you tattoo for, let's say, 5 years, you will be decent in lining, you will be decent in shading, you will be decent in color. Whatever you pursue, you will be quite good. Like, you're not really like, wow, but like, good. So I can pull a line, you can pull a line. I can shade, you can shade. I can get black in, you can get the black in. You can do the red, I can do the red. Guess what is the only differentiator? Who wins at this point is art. Yeah? Let me show you. Let me show you my Instagram, the stuff I save, because I save tattoos daily, the stuff I like, the stuff that looks dope. I save all the time. So let's scroll through my feed. Yeah? So she can tattoo, yeah? Black lines, so does this guy. And so does this guy. And so does these. And so does these. And so does these. They all pull lines. All of them. All of them can pull line work. All of them can get shading in. All of them can do color. All of them can get nice clean work. They look amazing. They look big. They look heavy. But why do you think I save these? Why do you think there's this lady? Why? Because it's a cool art. Why there's this person? Because it's art. The previous one and this one, they both can pull line work. They both can get the black in, they both can do that. But it's the art, yeah? Art, the drawing, is the one what separates these. All these are heavy hitters in their own brackets. Like this lady just had a full chest tattoo with the flowers. What's this? Oh, YouTube might block me for this. But yeah, Like even this, all black. It's art, it's a drawing. And drawing is the final boss. It is what you're gonna face. Because you might be making some £40, 50, 60, whatever with like the small flower, small this, small that, blah, 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 blah. When you are 7, 8 years in, people will naturally gonna ask you bigger stuff and bigger stuff. You better have to deliver. Like you have to deliver. You have to be able to do it. You have to be able to draw. And it's art is the beast. Like the drawings I do are all big, they're all complicated and all that. And then the city I'm in, like they don't really draw anything. I just win by default by drawing. And then if my clients follow everybody as they do, and they all clients follow all the studios, which means they can see that work and they can see his work, my work, blah, blah, blah. And if they see my designs being whoa, and then someone's design is like, well, yeah, kind of cool, I win. And it's only the art. And then if someone can pull a line work, and I can pull a line work, but my design's cooler, my design's like more wow, I win. And I get all the clients. And art is the final boss. Like it is. There's not like nothing else wins. You can have really bad application. You can have bad line work. You can have bad this. But if the design's amazing, even you will be like, wow, that's cool. You zoom in, you realize, oh my God, it looks garbage. It looks horrible. I do it all the time. I zoom in, I realize, oh my God, this person can't tattoo. This person has like damaged this person's skin. But then you zoom out, the image looks cool. The art, the idea was nice. The execution was horrible, but the idea is nice. And I stopped scrolling only because the design was, whoa, that looks cool. And that needs to be your design. Like your design needs to be cool. So it needs to start from something small as the cup, mug, or whatever you call it. And then you do double. So then you can do cup on a cup. Yeah, why not? And then you need to add more elements. So you need 5, 6, 7. So then you maybe make a snake wrapping around this. Why not? A snake strangling, like breaking this apart and making cracks inside the mug. Why not? Now you got elements inside elements. This cup could have drawings on it. So because this can't be a big tattoo, you need to make simple designs on top of it. But you can make simple designs here. Why not? Then you got the snake. Snake can have pattern. Why not? Then some leaves. Then this could be like a pot actually, where the flowers are growing out. Why not? And there's a bumblebee with a butterfly sitting on top of it. Why not? And then the snake is actually chopped in half. And then you can see a portion of the snake here on the bottom with some bones coming out. Why not? And if there's another cup underneath, that could have a different drawing on top of it. Why not? One could have sun, one could have the moon, we got dead snake, we got flowers coming out, this one's cracked, the other one also can be cracked, and then we can have the flowers, multiple flowers. It doesn't have to be one set of flowers, it could be multiple flowers. A butterfly here, another bumblebee here, another butterfly flying here. Why not? Like you can build a scenery of the elements that people draw one time. Like they just do a snake, then they do a cup, then they do a flower, then they do a butterfly. What if you bring all in one? Like all of those designs are winning designs. People like butterflies, people like snakes. Nobody has drawn a butterfly that sits on a snake. Like they don't. But it's doable. You can draw a snake with butterfly wings. I've not seen that before. I bet that would win. People would want that. You never seen a bumblebee sitting on a snake's head. It doesn't happen like that. Or a snake strangling a butterfly and kind of breaking his wings apart. People like butterflies, people like snakes, merge them, put them together. Because the designs that you see online, they are actually a stylized winning designs. Same like music industry, when they take the winning song and they remix left and right. Art designs is exactly the same. They take whatever's winning and then they play around. They smash into pieces, they break. And then they put back together. So you get like Japanese masks on half broken, snakes broken. Even the portraits just themselves like sliced on half, and then they put stuff next to each other, and then they put like shifted like this. Like all those are winning designs, just merge them in one. Simple. So to recap this, don't draw one little thing. Draw 4 of them the same. So you can draw 4 butterflies, you can draw 4 flowers, you can draw 4 snakes wrapping into one, at least double. At least 2 of them, 2 flowers, 2 snakes, 2 love hearts, 2 birds, 2 doves, 2 fishes, 2 anything in like just twice. So your day, like your hour tattoo goes into 2 hours. Your 3-hour piece became a day session, yeah? And then even if your day sessions, if you can make double days, one day you line it, next day you shade it, you just twiced. Like you only need to draw that design once. You draw that once. I drew those designs that I showed you now one time, long time ago. But I can get 1 designing day and I can get 8 day sessions. Yeah? How cool is that? 8 evenings, I don't have to draw anything. But done already. I've done it. And then that would be outlining all. Then I need to shade you all. Then maybe detail and all that stuff. Like I don't have to draw because I've done already a long time ago. But take whatever you like and do it twice at least. Add the third element. And then think what else is winning piece. How you can like make that in there. What else is a winning piece? Even like moon. Just a standard moon, and it's like a man-shaped moon with like a man's face. I never seen a snake wrapping around and like killing him. Never. I never seen that sliced in half. I never seen that with butterfly sitting on top of it. I never seen that with a peony stem maybe wrapping around. Like all those are winning designs. They just need to be merged into like a soup that just outperforms all of the other designs. Simple as that. Yeah, that's my recipe for winning. Just take whatever people like tiger. Like I have tiger on my chest, but just in general, like tiger cut on half with flowers growing out. Tiger's portrait sliced on half, and then half a butterfly could be sitting on top of it, and you could have moth underneath, and then you could have a dagger being sliced through all of them at the same time, like into the butterfly, into the tiger, into the moth. It comes out, the blood's dripping down, and tiger can have like earrings, and you know what I mean, like you can go crazy with it. But the general idea is that you don't draw one thing, you draw one thing at least multiple times, intertwining with each other, and then take happy, like what people feel happy, cool, proud, put them into one design, and think about body part where you're gonna put it on. Yeah, like that's really crucial for tattoo designs, is where. Don't just draw because you like it the way you like it. You have to think about body part, think about my forearm, my upper arm, my bicep, all this, and you have to think about that body part and how those elements will look on that body part. Okay, like from beginning, think about the leg, how the leg is being built and structured, and then draw on that. Okay, and that's how you, my friend, you get super busy. From the moment you have loads of drawings, almost like too many drawings, then you have tattoos. People know you do art. People can see you do art. You will be able to draw art because you draw it more. You will learn how to draw multiple subjects. You will learn how to draw subjects you've never drawn before. Then you have knowledge you never thought you're gonna have. Then you can blend designs into design because you will understand how the other designs are built. So you can intertwine them. You can get peony going through here and coming out from the mouth. Well, not peony, chrysanthemum. You can have multiple elements playing with each other or bending into each other because you understand how this works, and you can like intertwine them, literally like bring like this together and lock it because you understand how they've been built. And then that's how you get clients will come back, clients will respect you. You literally earn the authority moment because they can physically see you can draw. They can see you spend hours drawing. They can see you practice. They can see you actually doing the work. They can be like, damn, he's an artist. I want you to tattoo me. And then if you walk in the studio, let's say if you work in the studio already, yeah? If you are the one who draws and nobody else does, guess who's the authority? Like, guess who will people respect more? Guess who you would respect more? If you walk in my studio, nobody draws except this one kid, except that one guy. Who would you respect more? Obviously, the guy who draws more. And then other ones will say, well, I draw once a week, and then he draws 4 a day. You will just like that person more, just by instant like that. He's an artist, they're not. Simple as that. That's what you want people to think about you. And then people like me who are studio owners, and we're looking for the pieces, we're looking for the people who could work like in our place and in our studio. It's hard to find somebody who doesn't draw small little shit. Like, it's so hard because everybody draws some small Pinterest board, little small designs, tiny little thing, like they draw the stuff I cover up. Like, why would I employ somebody who does my future cover-ups? Like, they draw small stuff and I'm gonna get rid of them. They draw the stuff that fades away. They draw the stuff that it disappears. They draw one thing, one love heart, one cup, one dagger, one knife, one moth, one sun, one octopus. Like, they just do one item, one thing. Like, what are you supposed to do with that? Like, my forearm design here, I got the portrait, I got the writing bending in, and I got a flower here, and there's more writing. So it's 1 element, 2 elements, 3 elements, 4, and I merge them two together. I designed this myself. These pieces, they're all blending into each other. Like, you have elements into elements, into elements, into elements, and then you think how you can intertwine them or put them all together. Like, why would you just have one? Like, why would you draw that? Waste of time. So, your job is to become good at drawing. Because when everybody can tattoo, and everybody's high level, and everybody is 10 years in the industry, they all can do what you can do. Like, legit. And if you can't do, well, those are just losers. Don't think about them. But most people can do exactly what you can do. So the only thing what this differentiates is you being able to draw, or you not being able to draw. That's it. That's like the only difference is. And when you have to think about backgrounds, it's your art knowledge. When you have to think about how to blend that image into that image, art knowledge. If you have to think about how you need to compose all the elements that clients propose, is the art knowledge. It's grabbing the elements, bending into each other, morphing into each other, playing with each other. As in, like, playing, what I mean more like stuff can grow out, can grow in, can be damaged in, can be like shading out, like almost like a ghosting out. You could have a physical crack when it comes out. Elements can be damaged, can be broken, can be twisted, can be intertwined. Like, you have to be able to see in your head, draw in your head, and then you can sketch that for your client as you're speaking with it. And you're like, you know what we can do? We can do and they're like, yeah, you get my idea. Yeah, you get my idea. Cool. When we can book in, when's your soonest? And that's it. Like, like your consultation and that design does the selling for you. You don't have to convince anyone. You don't have to make people believe that you can draw. You can just show if you can draw. And the same is gonna happen in reverse. If you make people show, like if you tell them and show them that you can't draw, well, you kind of show them that you can't draw. And then if me, and I would probably assume thousands of people, had to make a decision to go to somebody who can draw or somebody who can't draw, well, you know which I'm gonna pick. So hopefully your design is ready. You learn a lot. Hopefully you pick some tips and tricks. I don't apologize if I'm too straight. I think that's just how life is. And if you have any topic that you want to know more, or if you have any ideas that, as in like, if you have a preferences of what video I need to make next, because I can just speak about these things like for hours and hours. List them, put them in comment section so I can read them and I'll make videos about it, because I want you to know. And there's probably a lot of stuff that you want to know. And there's a lot of stuff I know that I can just tell you. And then you don't have to go through 10 years of wondering. You can just learn, like, simple as that. Like what takes me 10 years to learn, 13 years to learn, it could take you 13 days to learn. And you should do that all the time. Yeah. Skip the years of suffering, skip the years of damaged clients, skip the years of people suffering, of clients being overworked, or like there's no reason for that. That's why I built a tattoo school where people go learn, they can grab the knowledge, implement that in life, and they physically don't know how many tattoos I almost destroyed to get that one skill that I can just say, do this way. Like it's painful to watch, like how much value that sentence has, how much weight that one sentence has. It's amazing, it's crazy, like it's, yeah. Alright guys, I'll see you next videos. Do some more drawing, okay?